So we're in the Q Zone here at the Motorpoint Arena at the ManBetX Welsh Open in Cardiff. I've been kindly joined by Chris Lovell, who's the head of coaching and training development of the WPBSA, and we're just going to have a nice little chat about how's it been going, Chris.
Well, it's day 2, Alan. It's absolutely superb. We've been moored out. We've got lots of people coming to have a go. They've been playing on the small tables that we've drafted in, only a stone's throw from the main arena. And Karen Wilson's just had a 147.
Absolutely magical. It's something for these young guns to look up to. Have you seen a nice flourish of young talent coming through the doors this couple of days?
It's only day 2, as I've said, but yeah, there's a few Mark J. Williamses and a few legends that could be in the making here.
Well, just behind us here, there are a few young talents having a game of snooker. There's actually a qualified WPBSA coach, Rick, who's going to pop in a few minutes. But first of all, Chris, apparently there's a 147 scheme. Can you explain a little bit more about that on the coaching side of things? Yeah,
the English Partnership for Snooker and Billiards, they've got what's called a 147 club scheme. That regulates proper proficient snooker clubs, make sure that there's a person at the club that will look after safeguarding and well-being, and also then making sure that the club's got things like insurance, etc. Rick came through the 147 club scheme onto the coaching course. He's then gone back into his own area to Red's Snooker Club. He's then set up a Saturday morning club, and he's then bringing some of the youngsters here this week, and he's delivering 2 days in Q Zone.
That's absolutely fantastic. How you can, grow through the ranks even as an introduction coach, and end up here in the WSTQ Zone at one of the venues. Rick, can I just bring you in? Just going to bring Rick in. Rick.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Very well done, mate. All the work is muchly appreciated. Just tell us your brief story about how you got from, I suppose, just a club coach to now to in the Q Zone with the WPBSA badge on your shirt.
Right, so for me, I've been playing the game for 35 years. I've just turned 50. What I wanted to do was to put something back into the game. Mm-hmm. So I approached the manager of our local club. We did have a junior club that's been running quite well for the last 30 years, but numbers have dwindled. So I looked to try and change things. I approached them. I said, if I get a coaching badge, I've got a few ideas. Is there something that we could actually do from that? So I did I went up to Gloucester, did my coaching badge 18 months ago. Subsequently, then I've taken over the junior club over in Reds in Cwmbran, as Chris mentioned. When we first started, there was only about 7 members there. What was happening is they were coming in, getting a set of balls. 3 hours later, then there was sort of no structure to it at all. What I've done is I've introduced activities. We have group games that we have, and then the winners of those groups then can sort of qualify and move up the groups. So with those activities, it's getting the kids off the street, off the PlayStations, off the PCs, which is quite a challenge, but to get them enjoying the game. Since I've taken over from last year, we've now got 55 registered players, which is great. Yeah, we're regularly getting around about 18, 19, 20 players every single week.
What is the age range?
The age range that we have there is from age 8 up until 18, and all different abilities. We've also had over the past 12 months 10 girls registered, which is great for the female sport as well, to bring those through and nurture it. My daughter plays, and she's only 7. But she wanted to come along and join in the activities with it.
Kind of following Daddy's footsteps, I suppose. Yeah.
And my son as well. So.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. And how do you feel the support network, obviously with the WPSA, the likes of Chris, being there on hand to give you advice and help you grow?
Absolutely superb. Everything that I've needed from Chris has been there every step of the way. So we're running the structure and then developing those players, bringing them on board to enter in tournaments, certainly the Welsh snooker around here as well. Mm-hmm. So the under-16s, under-14s and the under-18s tournaments. So I'm actively pushing 9 members of my junior club to take part in those, to get the experience and get the ranking points at that event.
Well, I think there's a record 13 or possibly 14 Welsh snooker players in this ManBetX Welsh Open this year. Have you got any future stars?
Hopefully, yes. Certainly a couple at the moment. Knocking on the door. They have started entering the tournaments this season, which I've tried to actively push. A couple of names that I can mention there: Will Grinnell, he's only 11 years of age. Jack Annals just turned 15, and Jack Taylor, he's still only 11 as well. So hopefully the future's looking rosy for this area.
It's absolutely fantastic news. Chris, Rick, thank you very much for your time. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, behind me here, the young guns are still battling it out on a black ball respot fight, and there's there's a good vibe in the Q Zone. There's still time to come down this week. Rick, I believe you're back here at the finals day.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Rick's here. Chris is about on hand. If you're lucky enough to come down, do pop into the Q Zone. Have a crack at the tables, and if not, please just do join us on BBC Wales or live on Eurosport.